leaving the hostel. Kinloch Lurven. Yeah, in the rear view mirror. Whew. Heading south. Day 2 of our southbound push to Mulgai, Glasgow. Yeah, Kinloch Lurven hydro power. Wow. Well, so it's day 2 of our southbound push of our yo-yo. Day 9 total days on trail. Looks like another hopefully beautiful morning. Look at the skies. Oh, there's gray. There's always gray. But look up there, there's blue. Yesterday was absolutely stunning. Just the best day ever on this particular hike so far. And the sun was actually quite powerful. It was actually hot when I was sat at the picnic table last night at camp, or yesterday afternoon, in the sunshine. It was sweaty, hot. I don't know what temperature. When I say hot, I'm referring to hot for Scotland. Mid to upper 70s in Fahrenheit. 25 degrees Celsius. Don't know, but I think for Scotland, it was probably quite a warm day for Scotland. Okay, today, right now, starting just ahead of me, golly, we have got probably, well, undoubtedly, the biggest climb on this southbound leg. I know that because when I was northbound, we did the descent from the top of the Devil's Staircase. Once we'd climbed up the Devil's Staircase, we got to the peak, the summit, and then it was a long descent. Well, this time that long descent has turned into a long ascent, and it is big. I'm gonna guess, well, I know it's at least 5 miles to from here to the top of where the Devil's Staircase summits, and it's all steep climb. So yeah, we're gonna gain some elevation this morning. Well, all morning. It's gonna take us a while to do that, no doubt about it. Okay, and I think from here it was, I think, looking at the chart last night, about 10 miles to the Glencoe Resort. You remember the Glencoe Resort when we were northbound? We had that nice breakfast there. Yeah, the sausages and the beans and the eggs. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, anyhow, good morning everybody. Thank you for being with me. By the way, if you like what we're doing, please like, share, comment, do subscribe to my channel. We do need all the subscribers we can get. Okay, I remember coming down this hill. I remember these signs right here. Yeah. Okay. The climb begins now. Public footpath to Glencoe via Devil's Staircase and Altnaida. Okay, so at about a little bit more than 2 miles, you go from what is like this kind of service type road, again, one of those military roads from back in the day, I guess, to single file. Actually, I'm not sure if that's military road. That could be service road that has been built in later times for the water, probably for the water hydro system. Yeah. Okay, to single file trail. So I remember this coming down, oh, probably halfway up this next section of the climb. I saw 2 young guys going up, oh, the same direction I'm going, and they said, oh my, this is so exhausting. And you know what? They're 100% right. But we've got a lot of climbing to do yet. However, we've done 2 miles of the solid climb. Look, at the views, the mountain. Isn't that gorgeous, the valley? Wow, it is gorgeous. Yeah. Hey, once again, good morning everybody. Jasper here. Welcome to the West Island Way. Oh yeah, welcome indeed. So after now completing one northbound through hike of the West Island Way, and now on day 2 of my southbound leg for my yo-yo of the West Island Way. Any regrets? No, none whatsoever. Be advised, oh, I gotta just stop. Take a look. Let me just pan that camera. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Take a look at that. Unbelievable. Okay. Be advised, as I was saying, nothing's cheap on this trail. You're gonna find that if you're coming out of Canada, you're gonna basically pay $2 for 1 pound English pound, a British pound sterling, and you're gonna go through those pretty damn quick. Last night, for instance, just a tent site at the hostel. Mind you, you've got charging stations, you got like a dishwashing kind of stations and so on, picnic tables everywhere, beautiful showers, washrooms clean, well supplied, good tenting spot, the whole bit. 15 English pounds, about 30 Canadian dollars, give or take 29 Canadian dollars maybe. I suppose that's not bad. Meals, well, you know, everything's got expensive. I don't know, maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Just feels expensive to me, but that's just me. Okay, let's keep pushing towards the descent on the south side of the Devil's Staircase. Let's go. Quick break. Gonna eat a little bar here. I'm not sure what it's called, something on oats. Anyhow, I don't know if you can see the midges around me in the camera. They're everywhere. I just applied what they call midge. Midge is a little product, well, I put it back in my bag. It's a product that helps keep them off you. You know, bug spray basically. Doesn't seem to work that well. Or you have to put a lot on, and it's expensive. It was 6, 12, 13, 14, 13, 6, 12, 14 Canadian dollars for just a little tiny amount. Look, you see them all? Right there? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna eat this bar. I'm gonna get going before I get eaten. After a good solid push of climbing, ever since we left camp at Kinloch we are approaching the summit of the Devil's Staircase. The Devil's Staircase being the south side. It's kind of an ominous name, like the Devil's Staircase, but it's not that scary and it's not that hard. Well, climbing up it anyhow. The descents, I find, can always be more challenging on your knees, but here we are. So I just finished a really interesting conversation with a northbound English hiker by the name of Jolyon. Now, Jolyon, he explained to me, is an old English name, and it was the beginning of the boy's name, Julian. Julian, okay, let's see now. Richard Gere in the movie Gigolo, American Gigolo, his name was Julian. Well, this gentleman named Jolyon, but he explained something to me that I had no idea. The mountains in front of me. And there's a road at the bottom. We'll see that road in a little bit. We saw it on our northbound leg. But anyhow, in the movie Skyfall, Ian Fleming's James Bond, this is where he drove the Aston Martin along a winding road with these mountains as the backdrop. And it's in the movie Skyfall. And Jolyon did explain to me, it's when he had somebody who was injured with him. I don't know if it was like the Bond girl or something like that, but there was somebody injured in the car, so that's kind of the scene. When he's driving the Aston Martin, and this is where it was all filmed, right here. And somewhere in these mountains, I don't know where, there's a plaque. And that plaque is a dedication to the life of Ian Fleming, a memorial, if you will. So, did we know that? I certainly did not know. So, yeah, thanks to Jolyon, we now know more about where we are. We're also coming down, getting close to finishing the descent of the Devil's Staircase. Again, like I'd said, it actually wasn't that bad at all. And then we're going to be pushing along. There's going to be a road to our right. I think that could be 82, but you know what, A82? But I don't know. I know I've walked alongside an A82 before on this hike, but I don't know if this was it. And that's going to bring us to Glencoe. Look at that. Perfect little camp spot right there. At the end of the day, start off the climbs with fresh legs. Perfect. But anyhow, so that's going to take us to Glencoe. And if you remember, when we came through Glencoe, we stopped. We had that nice sausage and egg, baked bean, potato breakfast. Well, we're going to stop there again, but I think breakfast will be over. It's like 9:30, quarter to 10 right now. So by the time we get there, it'll be very much lunch service. We'll see what they have for lunch, but we'll stop there anyhow and take a good break there. Okay, just an update. Let's go. Good day, folks.
Good morning.
Beautiful day. Yeah. So this is the road, the famous road, where the James Bond driving scene in Skyfall was filmed. I don't know if you can see ahead of me in the GoPro. The sun's right in your eyes, I get it, but there's cars gleaming on the trail, on the road, sorry, the trail. I guess the car trail. But you can see that road winding. And that is where it was going around the bends, the mountains behind him, and the movie Skyfall. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's keep working. Just ahead of me on the trail, there's a resort complex. It's called the King's Inn or the Kingsman Inn. I forget exactly. But I thought about pushing past there. It's actually not far past, just another couple of miles is Glencoe. And that was really good, was their buffet, and they'd have a lunch on today, that's for sure. But then I recall I'm packing out a sandwich I purchased last night, so I think I'm going to stop at the Kingsman Inn, get myself a coffee, have my sandwich, take my lunch break there, and push on. I think so. More northbound hikers coming through.
Morning.
Good day. That girl didn't look too happy about it. Okay, break time over. I think these are for rentals. I think they are. But anyhow, so the hotel pub is called the King's House. I said the Kingsman or the King's Inn. It's the King's House. Had myself a really nice coffee, but again expensive at £3.50, $7. But it was a latte, and it was good. And I had my sandwich and a Kit Kat bar, and I chatted with a very nice young lady from New Zealand who is a through hiker and a storyteller. That's what she does. Wow, isn't that amazing? Anyhow, our push south continues. We've probably got, I'm going to say 10 miles, 10.5 miles to where we camp tonight at Inveroran forest opposite the pub. I'm not sure of the time, but it's got to be pushing towards noon already. So we better get to it. Let's go. I just checked on the Far Out app and the map of the West Island Way, and the Inveroran forest tenting area where the hotel and pub and little shop and so on is 7.4 miles from my present location. So it's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 7 miles. That's going to put me there about, now it's hard to say a little bit, but about 5, somewhere between 4 and 5. We've climbed quite a bit out of Glencoe, but then I recall heading north from the Inveroran tenting area. It was a steady climb for a long way, which means we're going to have a steady descent for a long way into Inveroran. So that's going to help me time-wise. Feeling good. Beautiful day. Take a look around. The road below. Mountains. Trail behind me from where I came. The Scottish moors. Highlands, sorry. I was thinking of Yorkshire when I said the Yorkshire, or the Scottish moors. I was thinking of the Yorkshire moors. But the Scottish Highlands. Wow. Yeah. Whew. Nowhere else I'd rather be right now. That's for sure. Today, 1st of September, whoop, we fly home on the 8th. So, and it's an early flight. I think I have to check in at 5:30 a.m. or 5 a.m. check in. I think the departure is 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m., something like that. Anyhow, because of the time change, or the distances, puts me back in Toronto at like 11:30 a.m. just 3 hours later, or 2 hours, something like that. So, but of course it's a 7.5 hour flight, and that'll be on the 8th. So we've still got, after today, we've still got the possibility of 6 full days of hiking ahead of us, as time-wise. So we are going to shorten a couple of those days, and I think that happens tomorrow. I think if we hike from the Inveroran Hotel forest tenting area to, I think it's Tyndrum, there is a hostel there that I know is full. The bunkhouse is full, but I also know they have tenting, and I believe it gives you full access to their facilities. So that is 10 or 12 miles down the trail from the Inveroran. And I think that's where I plan on staying tomorrow night, probably tenting there. There's also another option, very, very close, a little past, but very close. And that's the holiday park that we stopped at on the northbound leg. If you remember that, that's also another option. I know they're £17 for tenting in there for the night. And I know they have that little shop, which is handy. Of course, they'll have showers, electrical outlets to charge your batteries, phone, and so on. So I think tomorrow is going to be one of my short days, just to kind of time things for my departure back to Toronto on the 8th. And I think the day after that is also a shorter day, 10 or 12 miles. And I think that is going to take me to, I can't think of the name right now, begins with a B. It's like Binkra, Bakra. No, not Bakra, that's a game, but something like that. And they have a tenting area there. We stopped there also. They have a nice little restaurant, little shop. Again, showers and stuff. So I think those two shorter days are going to help put me in a good location for as I push down through Loch Lomond from there and head towards the Scottish hostel that we stayed at on our northern leg in Roedannan. And it's possible that there I would take a 0. Now, I don't believe, I know for the second night, the 5th, I would be arriving there on the 4th. And I tried to call to book a bunk, but maybe they don't work on weekends because there's just no answer, like the phone operators. Anyhow, no big deal. I can tent there 2 nights. It's £10 to 10. Full access to all the facilities, which is great. Or 29 or 32, depending on the day, for a bunk. Either way, if I was to take a 0 there, that would give me the 4th and 5th night there of September, which means I'd hike the 6th. The night of the 6th would put me at Dryman. Wake up the morning of the 7th, the day before I leave, hike from there to Mulgai, which is about 11 miles, and then take a little look at Mulgai and train to downtown Glasgow. A little bit of time then in downtown Glasgow and bus to the airport, probably around 8 o'clock at nightish, and just hang out at the airport till like 5 in the morning to check-in time. That's basically my plan. We'll see how it works out. Sat on the stone walls of a cobblestone bridge over a beautiful little brook, little stream. Eating, it's called Belvita. It's like an oatmeal kind of thing. I like them because they're not too sweet. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've got 3.4 miles to the Inveroran tenting area where the hotel and the pub and so on is. So after my break, I'm going to push that out, that 3.4 miles. Good. Gorgeous day again. 2 days in a row of spectacular sunshine and warm temperatures here. One gentleman told me earlier this morning, this kind of weather happens about 5 days a year in Scotland. That's it. I've had 2 of them back to back. That's pretty good. It must be like the summers of 1976 and 77. If somebody knows what that means, comment below. There's a bridge ahead of us. In fact, there's a large tent to the left. This being Saturday, and I think it's Saturday. I gotta check, but I think it's Saturday. A gentleman said, I was speaking to a local just a few minutes ago. We walked together as he walked his dog and chit-chatted. And he said sometimes some of the people will come up from Glasgow, camp at places like this on the weekend. So it doesn't cost them any money. It's a beautiful river and so on. And this is where, this is one of the two camping areas here in Inveroran, or Inveroran. And the only thing in Inveroran is the Inveroran Hotel, and pub and little shop and so on. But it's Inveroran, the Inveroran Hotel. We're going to camp in the woods opposite, just like we did last time. Simply because today's been a warmer day, there's not as much wind, and I'm sure the midges are going to be really, really thick by that river. And again, the local people tell me that's the case. In the forest, sometimes there's a little bit of a breeze coming through, and it helps. Being in the forest, just not quite as many midges maybe. So yeah, we are arriving in Inveroran. Yep. So this has been a good solid day. There's no doubt about that. A lot of work starting off with that huge climb and how to Kinloch oh good God. Kinloch Levin this morning. My goodness. I do believe my mind is going for sure. My mom, she had massive dementia. I'm wondering if my mind's going that way too, but anyhow, who knows, we'll see. That's another story. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful countryside. Unbelievably beautiful. I mean, it really, really is. Oh yeah. Okay, let's just keep pushing on. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, so this is the hotel and pub and so on, and right across there, that's the forest. I don't see any tents in there yet, so I might have my same spot as last time. That would be great. Oh yeah. Little store, probably closed right now, but will open if you ask them in the hotel. Okay. Okay. So I just checked in with the lady of the hotel, and as usual, oh excuse me guys, I got midges already biting my eyeballs. Sorry, let's start that again. So I just checked in with the lady of the house at the hotel, pub, and so on, and she did indeed. She said, I remember you. I said, would I be able to camp back in the forest across from your pub again? And she said, do you remember my rules? I said, yes, I do. She said, well, yes, you can camp then. So that's what I'm doing. There's nobody else here, so that's just fine. And my spot that I had last time was over there, and it looks like it's vacant. This spot here was where the young German girl camped, whose name I couldn't even pronounce when she told me, so I instantly forgot it. But this is my spot right here, and this is what's going to be my home for the night once more. And it was perfect last time. It'll be just fine this time. Okay, but first I think I'll just relax with a cup of coffee. I'm tired. Okay. You can probably tell by the sun on my face, excuse me, I've still got those peanut stuff. You can probably tell by the sun on my face, it's bright sunshine, although getting very gray over there. But right now, bright sunshine. Another local just went by and he said, 2 days like this, very, very rare for Scotland. And we just had 2 beautiful sunny days, warm. It's got to be 75, 80 degrees. That sun is like nice. The only reason I've got this top on is because in the forest, the bugs were there. There's none out here. Oh, just having a coffee, and I got some of these. They're called real hand-cooked strong cheese and onion chips, like a baked chip. And a little package of KP peanuts. And myself and the birds, well, we ate them. Okay. In a minute, I'm going to finish up my coffee and relax just for a couple of minutes. Then I'm going to go set up my tent. See about dinner, see what time it is, look at the maps, figure out my next stage south. Absolutely magnificent to be here. Wow. Just take a look. Just take a look. Now it's funny, I didn't notice that, but it says, you won't see it, I don't think, but there's a post. There's a post somewhere there, and it says on it, no camping. It's a small sign. But again, I went in and spoke to the owner of the pub, and that's their forest. They own this property. And they said, you can camp there as long as you follow the rules. And the rules are, I'll tell you what the rules are. The rules are no nudity, no using the bathroom, but they have washrooms here you can use. And I think it was like no loud music or no profanity. I don't think all of them bother me. I'm not going to run around bare-ass naked. I would get shot by the game warden thinking there was a wild animal on the loose. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my coffee. Just take a look at this forest. It's absolutely beautiful in here. All this belongs to the hotel. And it's just a beautiful forest. Just the color, the green of the ground, the grass, the trees, a different green at the top, and then the kind of brown and grays and whites and shades of sandy colors of the actual tree trunks. Just gorgeous. And the pub, store, hotel, property, absolutely beautiful. I was just chit-chatting with 2 Scottish girls and a German girl, and they just ate in the pub, and they're going from now overnight all the way to Fort William without stopping, 33 miles. It's craziness, absolutely crazy. I couldn't do it. Okay, so this is where I'm going to set up camp, right here. I'd already got my Tyvek down because one side of it was damp and I wanted it to dry. So I am going to get my camp set up now, and then we'll look at having some dinner. Yeah, so day 2 on our southbound leg come to an end. Oh yeah, wow, or is coming to an end anyhow. Yeah, okay.